In this episode, we finish the first tunnel and start building more track toward the power plant. We need a bypass for this road, but there is track in the way, so I simply start removing the track so I get more space to work with. So now can we start building that road I want? And we simply connect it here. Better to build it too big than too little. So remove more track, something like that. All right. It's good practice to have a little track to aim with. Because we should not build the tunnel here, because tunnels are expensive. So we simply do it much cheaper way when we not need to remove so much of the mountain. We simply lowered the terrain. So now a little more track, and now can we plan the road and the bridge we should have, and thereby removing unnecessary road. And there they should be able to drive the other way. Come on. So no error message so far. So far, so good. All right. Now we place tunnel entering by pressing Ctrl, and we link up the entering to the new main line. And now it's time to do the same thing on this side of the mountain. This is, as you see, not so tricky. It's just planning and thinking little before you start the building process, and everything will go very, very fine. All right. Now we can start linking that. Now to the problem how to solve traffic to the power plant. But if we remove some of the mountain here, we should be able to place a truck there. So if we place some signal, you can see where that track should come up. Yes, that should do the trick, and now should traffic go a new way into the power plant. All right, so far so good. I think I'm finished nearly above ground. It's time to simply start connecting things up now. Yes. It's time to go underground and build the tunnel. The building of tunnel is quite simple. Take the tunnel tool and simply drag from an existing part of the tunnel. Yes, that is sometimes the problematic part. And they should have somewhere to meet. Oh, sorry. They should have a place that they can switch over and change direction inside the tunnel. There is, however, a problem. There is a bug in some version of Simutrans that make tunnel useless. And it is tunnel which are built like this. You create an entry and after that create the track inside the mountain. If you place signal before train have rolled through the tunnel will not work. So I should simply wait for a train to go through the tunnel before I start placing signal. There come the first train through the tunnel. Which means it can place signal up to that point. It's safe to place the signal outside the tunnel. Now we wait for a train in the other direction to do the same thing. There it comes. So, just see that it works as it should do. Yes. Now the tunnel is working as expected. So it's time to move on here, yes. So time to clean up this mess around the building site. Alright, let us now fix the problem how to get the traffic out from this station. And I think this is the best solution. To simply build a little more new track. And after that, connect them. And now can we remove the old one and set in new signal. So, time for cleanup. Which not should be so complicated in this case. Something like that. And that. Oh, no. There is one more thing left there. So, now we are finished. We have a working tunnel and everything is clean up. So, time to move on with the next piece in this gigantic building project with a new train line across the country, more or less. The next piece is this part of the track. I don't show how to build an embankment because I have done that before and it's quite boring. But the goal here is to try to get everything as level as possible so the train don't climb hill. So the next step is to build a tunnel through this mountain. So we can come out on this open flat area. And further down to the water, there we will go over to this island, is the plan, at least. So, time to move on. I have now built the track to the tunnel. And you see one of the entering here, and here is the next entry. So here is the embankment and here is the track leading to the tunnel. So it's time to build the tunnel. And we do it in the same way as the last time. Take up slicing tools and simply move down to the level there we can see in through the mountain. And if this now can start building, I should be a little more happy. And we should see if we can find the next piece there. And now connect these two. And should build out possibility to switch direction. That is many times useful, and this is a good place to simply hide that. So I prefer to do it in the tunnel. And this building not going exactly as planned. But now we need to deal with the problem of signal again. But before I can do that, I need to connect this piece of track, because that is still isolated piece. So it's time to go up and solve the problem here to connect to the old main line. So that will be the next piece. Alright, now let us take a look how to connect the new line to the old main line, and that is made in this area. When I build the track to the harbor, I leave this small hill because I want to save money. But now when the economy is good, there is no reason why we not should prioritize the speed instead and have a fast moving train as possible, and that means as little hill as possible. And we need also to do something about this line, which still are operating train. But I plan to build a new link there and a bridge instead to let the train go down to the harbor. And now it's simply to connect this piece of new track and make signal placement and so on. So I start to place some signal here, but the tunnel we build previously need to be tested, and that we need a train for. And now when we don't have real working train, we need to build a special train just to operate in that tunnel. It doesn't matter which train we actually take, only it's not electric because it is not an electric line yet. But we'll probably have some which are quite quick. Alright, let us take that train. Move down here, and we now make a schedule for this train, which let the train simply go back and forth through the tunnel. So I now have 2 waypoints, and it's simply time to get this train rolling and wait for the train to come down, and after that start placing the signal inside the tunnel. That was everything I have to show you. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. In the next episode we finish the transporting line across the country to the power plant and testing the tunnel, building bridges, and see if we actually achieve what we aim for, transporting coal to the power plant fast enough.